February 18th. And I did my luxury home realtor. I did already shower. Oh, it's Connie Stansel. Good morning. I did already shower this morning. What? Got part of my makeup on, but I barely got dressed. I was looking at the clock and I was like, ooh, it's 9:13 and I'm naked. So I had to just throw something on. Just what you got is what I'm wearing. So I might change later. But I do love green, so maybe not. All right, Tuesday. January, I keep thinking it's January all day long, all hour I've been awake. I have thought it is January. Megan Winder, I saw that picture of you. My girl, that girl has done a massive transformation of her body. Like, massive. You'll need to go look. It is February. I'm so sorry. And Connie, you're not allowed, or Corinne, you're not allowed to just tell us things like that and not invite us over. She said that her daddy made her pancakes this morning. I ain't get no damn pancakes. So far, I've had a kiwi. And see, Steve wants some too. Do y'all eat kiwi? I had a kiwi this morning. It's quite yummy.
I love kiwi.
You do? So I watched this guy. It was a Mel Robbins. I love Mel Robbins. I've followed her forever.
So have I.
Yes, and did you see the one with that doctor who was like, you need to eat kiwi every day, and you need to eat the peel?
No, I didn't see that.
It was very interesting. He was like, yes, if you eat the peel, it has way more fiber and nutrients and blah, blah, blah. So, and it's actually not bad. We wash it and rub it a little bit so the fuzzy goes away. It's just like eating an apple or whatnot, you know?
Oh, okay. So you eat it all together?
I do. I chop it up into little pieces and eat it.
Okay. Maybe I could try chopping it up because I was thinking of biting it like an apple and like that.
Yeah, I was thinking, I haven't done that, although that might be kind of fun. Maybe I'll video that.
Okay.
That'd be a good video. All right, this is Real Estate MF. What we do in here is we talk wins Monday through Friday about our real estate business, and then we also share stuff that may not be a win, but might be information. I have such a good thing to share today, and I want you guys to help me break it down. So please stay tuned for that part. But this part, if you have a win, type it out or say it out. Either one. If you want to be on the Zoom, go to Agents Helping Agents -aha, and you can find the link in the featured portion. So, who's got a win? Who's got a win? Mackenzie's coming on. Where are my wins? I know you got some. Anything you did. Small, big, anything.
Well, something I'm doing right now is sending over this townhome to an investor client that I've been working with for a while, and I think I mentioned it before, but he's very particular about wanting his 1%, and I found a seller who's really I don't know what the word is, but she's willing to work with me and him, and so I'm excited. Hopefully that he wants this townhome.
I love it. So that is what was the first part you said?
An investor client. There's a townhome. I found a for sale by owner townhome.
Oh, the 1%. What's the 1%?
He wants the 1% of his rental rate. He wants that to be the price.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got it now. Okay. And does it qualify for that? Like it
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. No, sorry, I wouldn't follow you there. Got you now.
That's okay.
All right. Good job.
Thank you.
Megan Winder says, first, and it could be Winder, but I always say Winder because I grew up in Athens, Georgia, and there's a Winder, Georgia. So I don't know which it is. It could be Winder, but we're going with Winder. First closing of the year. Woo! And she quit her part job. She quit her part-time job. She is all in.
Yes.
Go, girl.
Wait, when?
When
Quit
did
that job.
when? Quit that job, she said. Dad is in town as reinforcements with the 11-year-old. And Corinne started her Fairhaven training yesterday, and I'm almost done with my C2EX training. I don't know what either one of those are, but I hope it goes well for you. I will also say, not just to you, I'm saying this to every person listening, stop training. Stop it. Stop it.
Fairhaven is fair housing.
Start.
It's an AR thing.
Okay, so she has to do that. But start doing. We've got to start doing. But yes, you got to do the Fairhaven thing. I get it now. Start doing. And you're doing. I know you are, Corinne. What is C2EX?
Commitment to excellence.
Don't know what that is.
It's another NAR thing.
Do we have to do that?
No.
No. Okay. But we have to do the NAR thing? The Fairhaven?
Fairhaven's actually a fun fair housing thing.
Okay.
And it qualifies, I think, for ethics. So, yeah, it's a good one. Mm-hmm. And they just recently revised it.
All right. Excellent.
And it's free for NAR members, so.
Love some free. So, I'm not bashing that. I think it's awesome that you're educating yourself. I also know that some people that train themselves to death, and they're like, well, I know everything, but I haven't done anything. Well, it's because you're not doing any business. You're not doing the work. Tess O'Malley. That's my sister. Good morning. All right. Met an insurance agent I met at a networking group. He said he does not have a realtor to refer clients to. Woo woo! Good job, Mackenzie. And I was waiting on you to chime in because Mackenzie said every day she's bringing us a win, so she's doing it. Hi, Corinne Dever. All right, anybody else got a win? This is how we start out. We share some wins. Who else is winning?
I'll go.
Go.
Last night, instead of sitting in the car and reading, I went inside and sat with the other parents at my son's jujitsu class.
Woo woo! That is a win.
That is a win. I have on my schedule reading to be sitting in my car at basketball practice.
Even if you're
so bad about it.
You still what?
I'm so bad about it because I shut down at the end of the day and then I just go sit in the car.
But you're missing a massive opportunity, right?
I know. So
yeah.
Yesterday I got out of my comfort zone and went inside. And
I'm very proud. You can even read inside. Oh, Kenneth Slifer. I love that guy. We used to work in the same industry. Great guy. And Lucas, good morning. I love you, Kenneth. Yes, get out of your zone there, Alex. You can even read inside because
yes,
people
I brought my book.
will say, oh, what are you reading? But even better, don't read inside. Just talk. Even if you do it like 3 nights a week. If you're there 5 nights a week, do it. 3 nights a week where you don't read. So, good job. That is a win. Good job. Get out of your zone. Love it. Lucas, good morning. All right. My win is, well, my win is a situation. Does anybody else have a win? Because I have a situation I want your feedback on. And I really need you to reply out here in the YouTube world and in the TikTok world and in the Instagram world. Have a nice day. Hi. Anybody else got a win they want to share before we start here? Okay. My clients, we've been out for a pretty decent amount of time, looking at a pretty decent amount of homes, and we found the home, right? So I'm going and I'm writing up the offer, and I always look back at old listings. One, do you do that? Do you look back at the old listings of your thing that you're writing up? I do, because it might tell you something. It may show you that, like it may tell you that the roof age, if this one didn't tell you, or the HVAC, or it may say they did an addition, or they may have like a survey. I always look to see if in the attachments there's a survey, because that way if my people want a survey, they don't have to necessarily pay for one. There's already one there. So anywho, I always do that research. So I'm pulling up that research, and I find it says deed, and I was like, well, I'll just pull that up. Well, the deed had CCRs attached to it, covenant and restrictions, right? I'm reading through, and it says 2 things that, now this is a double wide trailer on 2.5, 3 acres. So you would think this statement is bizarre, at least I did. So it says no livestock or poultry or anything like any farm animals, okay? Unless you have 10 acres, and then you can have 2. You can have 2, and you can have a horse or a cow, but that's it. So that was bizarre. And then it said no, you could, the dogs, it said you could have dogs, but no pit bulls. These are like 2 and 3 acre lots out there, right? So massive red flag, because I know that, hey, good morning, Jim. I know that my client wants chickens. Like been the big point of conversation is where are we putting the chickens? Okay. And it says on there explicitly, no poultry. So now here's the question. I've been out with these clients a lot. I've put about 300 miles on my car with these clients. Okay. It's not a high price point. They found a home they like. Both of them finally like it. Do I tell them about the chickens? I need to hear out loud.
I would. I would tell them.
Why do you tell them?
Yes.
Jim says 100% yes.
It's part of your fiduciary responsibility for that one.
Part of your fiduciary responsibility to them. So, I agree fully. I told them I was devastated because this most likely means an additional 300 miles on my car. But I gave them the option, right? I said, okay, look, here's what it says. I also read through it, and it said that this is valid for 25 years, and it updates it updates automatically in 10-year stints, unless, thank you, Megan, unless there's something done in writing by the majority of neighbors, and then they're allowed to change it, right? So I told her all that. I sent her all that. The husband, of course, is like, what do you mean? What do you mean you can have chickens? This is the country. I'm like, I know. And we're already battling that they're VA, which VA is, I love VA. Also, VA loans, especially with a double wide, especially with a home that's in the country that has acreage, are harder to do because typically those homes are not necessarily in pristine shape at their budget. Okay? So, like, I literally knew I was shooting myself in the foot by delivering this information, right? So he's trying hard to keep it. She's trying hard to say no. She's like, I was looking for a sign from God, and this is it. Like, this is not the house. So we're going house hunting today. Now, they could have chosen to fight. They could have gone for loopholes. They could have gone to the neighbors and said, and even the listing agent was like, well, just ignore it. He's like, just ignore it. There's chickens out there now. There's pigs out there now. And I was like, yeah. Huh?
They're literally out there now?
Yeah. I mean, the seller right now has a pig. The neighbors all have chickens.
But it's against the on the HOA. It says you can't have them.
It's not an HOA. So that's a big differentiation there. A lot of people are like, I don't want an HOA. Okay, well, that's great. You still most likely have covenants and restrictions.
Okay.
Most everywhere. Hi, Angie. Say it again.
Is this a deed restriction?
It is. It was covenants and restrictions. It's not a deed restriction. It was in that. So there is a neighborhood. It's not a real neighborhood like when we think of a neighborhood with a pool and like all that, because it's 2, 3 acre, 5 acre, 10 acre lots. But it's an area that they've defined, and however many. This was in 1988 that they established these covenants. It says no pit bulls, only 2 dogs, only 2 farm animals, and it has to be a horse or a cow, and only if you have 10 acres, and no chickens.
It is a deed restriction.
Chickens, are they grandfathered in? Is that why they have chickens? They did before the covenants were put into place?
No, they are just not adhering to the covenants. No, most of those people out there,
Still alive from '88.
most of them are, they've not lived there since '88.
Is there, I guess, is there anybody you can talk to? Like, because it's not an HOA, so it's like, who do you talk to about deed restriction from '88? Like, how do you even, I don't know. So it's up to the buyers to say, the heck with that, because these people already have chickens out here, basically, right?
It's up to the buyers
You
to
can give them information, you can't tell them what to do.
exactly. So you have to give them the information. So it would have
You just can't tell them what to do.
exactly.
Yeah.
Information, and let them do whatever they want to do with it.
They could choose to go to the neighborhood door to door with a petition that says, I want to change the bylaws. And then I guess they'd have to take it to the county to change the restrictions to say that they can have chickens. Now, my deal on it is like, okay, where's the loophole? We looked for a loophole. because these are my, like, I look hard for my people. I'm sure you guys too. I research for them. I look, do we need flood insurance? Is there a gas station coming through? Like, I want to know, is the highway interstate getting ready to blow out everybody's yard? Like, I want to know things so that, because why? What happens in 2 years when the interstate comes through?
You're in trouble with
They-
that client.
They can come after me, right?
No.
They won't necessarily, but they could. If it was something on the books that you should have reasonably known about. Michael says no. I think you're wrong.
Not in Virginia.
No?
No, we're a four corner state.
What does that mean?
That means
So we are only required to disclose or show things that are pertinent to the four corners of the property.
Really?
Yep.
We are not. We are responsible.
scary.
What'd you say, Angela?
I was just saying that's scary.
Angela Grace? It is scary. No, we are responsible for saying, like, what's around. Or at least they could get you, But still, in that,
I should
Michael,
check.
Michael, if they're gonna put an interstate in the backyard, that's gonna be relating to you. No?
Nope. Nope.
No. Really? Fascinating.
And I would actually check with the county to see if there's been a change on county laws.
There's been
Because while there
addendums.
might be a deed restriction, the county may have passed a law that counters certain deed restrictions.
Good
It's just
idea.
like there's fair housing laws and all sorts of deeds.
Good point. I will go to the county today and find out because they really were excited. But it was actually really good, even though I hate going out with more homes with them. She disclosed, I didn't really want the house. It was too small. It was an hour from my mama. Like, she was struggling with buying it. So I'm probably not going to spend much more time on it. But I do feel it was my responsibility to tell them. I did look for a loophole. Excuse me, because it said livestock. So I was like, well, what if you have pet chickens? Because a lot of people, like, my chickens are kind of pets. They're not really livestock. I don't breed them. I don't commercially use them. They're kind of my little friends. So you could potentially get by with it that way. But you can only have 2 per whatever is what it said. And I was like, well, 2 chickens. Nobody wants 2 chickens. Everybody wants like 18. There's chicken math that we all listen to. Corinne says, for the area I have sold in, there's an outdoor gun range and mud bog that I have to disclose with the bombing exercises that Camp Lejeune does. Yes. That's a yes. We do too. Yes. So they could have moved forward and said, we're just going to not worry about it. We're going to get our chickens. But what happens when someone doesn't like them and decides to bring this out?
It could be an issue.
It could be an issue. So do the right thing, even though it might cost you a closing. And like they're having to figure out if they can renew their lease or if they have to renew their lease. So they may end up saying, you know what, Rob, can't buy. We gotta wait. And I lose the whole thing. But I know it was the right thing to do.
It was. You did the right thing.
Thanks. Thanks, man. I will check with the county though. That's a good idea, Michael. Maybe there's an amendment somebody
That's
has.
a good idea, Michael.
Yeah, I'll check to see. Is there an amendment? An addendum or an amendment? So, also on the homes you're listing, look and see. Look at the old listings and see what's around. And that may be helpful to your clients.
And did you search for that? Like,
So what I was doing was I went to the old listing looking for a survey because it's 3 acres, and I was like, well, if we don't have to pay for a survey, that'd be great. And we had already asked the seller if they had a survey, and they said no. And I was like, well, let me just look back at the old stuff. And actually, they did have a survey. They just didn't remember that they did because they're the ones that bought it when that survey was uploaded. Good morning, Roy. So that's what I was looking for, and then it said deed on the attachments. And I was like, I wonder what this deed is. So I pulled up the deed and it had the covenants there. So you can also look them up at your county quite often. Yeah, I am not playing that, Steve, but thank you very much. Steve posted the chicken dance, kids music channel, brain break. Nope. I have sung that song so many times. I am not doing it again. Stop it, Jim. Stop it. Jim's doing the dance. Stop it. Y'all are hilarious. All right, so that was what was happening there. Who else has something happening? And thank you for your insight. I felt like it was the right thing to do. Who else has something happen that they want to discuss? Anybody? Let's see what happens over here in the YouTube. What time is it now? It's 9:30. All right, anybody else got something? Okay. No? Yesterday we talked about spring sports. We talked about Teresa's birthday. We talked about going to the doctor. Wally's fine. I did take them. I just took little Valentine candies. I didn't take anything big. But they all were like, oh my God, nobody ever brings us anything. Blah, blah, blah. Right?
People love my little wax melts that I did.
Yes, they did. I got some. Jim delivered Valentine's. All right, so what's coming up? Okay, well, first, going back to that other thing, it pays to know what's happening in the area. If you have an area you're focused on, so like I live in Monroe, right near here is Weddington and Wesley Chapel and Indian Trail, and those are the big ones right near. Contracts are gone into place in Sarasota. Woo woo, good job, Roy. So all these little areas nearby, it behooves me to know what's happening. So go to, I don't watch the meetings because good God, they're forever long, but go to the city council meetings, the county council meetings, the planning, zoning meetings. Go to them online. You can go, most of them, all of them are on YouTube. If they're online and if they're on YouTube in this little podunk world I live in, they're online in your podunk world too, okay? And you can go to YouTube and look at the transcript and just scroll through and read. You don't have to sit and listen to them talk for 18 hours, okay? What I was able to find out is right down the road here, they're going to be, now this is huge, huge. They're widening a big road to come into another big road here. And with that, they're doing eminent domain and they're taking some houses. So what does that tell you?
Yes, the people need new houses.
Got some people needing new houses, right? I could go deliver some stuff, right? Let's go find you a house. I know that this is coming through. So there's one thing. Eminent domain, so the new houses, all those people are going to need houses. And then what else does it tell you? If a big interstate, if a 2-lane road is becoming a 4-lane road, where it ends, what is there the possibility of? Or along the way, what is there the possibility of? Growth, right? If they're making something that's 2 lanes to 4 lanes, they're wanting more people to go to an area, right? Or to leave an area. So there's going to be some growth coming along there. If I can become the name in the world there, that's a significant thing.
It's a great farming opportunity.
Yes, it's a great farming opportunity. All of the neighborhoods near there, what is that? What might they want to do?
Move out.
Move out. Why?
It's getting too big, too much traffic.
Getting too
much
big.
blah, 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 blah.
Exactly. They don't want to deal with that 4-lane road coming out of their neighborhood. They bought to live out in the country. They are going to want to sell. So look at the DOT in your area. What are they doing to the roads? This is not something to get lost in. This is something to check on very specifically in relation to the farm that you're farming. If you're not farming a farm, then pick a neighborhood you love and make it yours and learn about what's happening. Is there a gas station? Are they putting in apartments? All these things, anything that they're putting near a neighborhood, any place they're putting anything near a neighborhood, all those people might want to move because they didn't want it. They might want to stay. Also, you can become a proponent of whatever group is fighting it. Become their advocate. Like, I don't want, there's one section up here down the road where If the development happens, they're going to be ruining an eagle habitat, and I don't want that to happen. So I've already joined that group. I've become vocal in that group, and I'm Robin Mann. I'm not Robin Mann the realtor. I'm Robin Mann, and of course, people look me up and they see I'm a realtor, right? And like, you're fighting against development? Yes, I am, and that's okay. So know your stuff. Be the resource. And you don't even have to know it all. If you can just say, you know what, I have not fully studied this yet, but I know that you can look at this YouTube video or go to this page and learn. Michael, I bet you know tons of resources for that, right?
We're looking up what?
For looking up anything happening near a neighborhood, any development or road changes or anything like that.
That's actually tougher.
Zoning, yeah. What about this? Okay, springtime's coming. This is the ample opportunity time. Right now, this is happening here everywhere. I don't know if it's happening in your neighborhood. Who sees the home of a 2025 Eagle? And what does that mean? Home of a 2025 Jaguar. What do those signs mean? Home of a 2025 senior Jaguar. How about that? What does that mean?
Is it like graduation?
They're graduating. What happens when they graduate?
You downsize.
They downsize. Mom and daddy say, get out. I'm going to the empty nest. We're going to the Bahamas, right? You know what I did the other day? I saw one of those little signs. I was going to the grocery store anyways. I bought a little bag of Valentine candy. Took it back to the door. They weren't home. I left it on the door and said, congratulations. May your future be blessed. Love, Robin Mann the realtor. Threw my little card on it. May get nothing out of it. Typically, I would talk to them. But I just thought that would be pretty cool for them to get. Cost me what? $1? So, drive through the fancy neighborhoods. You want to farm a neighborhood? Drive through the fancy neighborhoods. Find the senior signs, the fifth grader signs, the college graduate signs. Write the address down. Bring them back a nice little present. Or just send them a card. Hey, I was riding through the neighborhood, saw that you have a senior. Yeehaw. Congrats. Right?
Yes.
Yes. So, do that. Do that.
Really tough time too. It can be. I mean, I've been there, so
It's a really tough time, is that what you said?
yeah, it can be a really tough time.
It is. You can deliver little graduation baskets, like just go to wherever and buy like a towel. Anybody leaving their home needs a towel, right? You could get towels in bulk and just put a little bow around it.
That is brilliant.
Thanks. I'm pretty smart. If you have an elementary kiddo does not do the fifth grader signs, offer them to do them for a class. Oh, Corinne, that's good. Yes. If the local elementary school doesn't do something for their fifth graders moving off and you want to sponsor some signs, you could go get them made in bulk. It says home of a fifth grade spider. We have a school here named the Spiders. Yes, a care package with tissues and stuff for the ceremony. Yes. Love it. See, put your brain on. Get it working now. So that by the time May rolls around, you have a plan. Right now, listen to this on that idea. Great idea, Mackenzie. Go find all the little packages of Valentine Kleenex. There's got to be some Valentine Kleenex that are in little packages that have hearts on them. Totally can reuse it. Repurpose. Love it. For graduation gifts. For the mamas and the daddies. Wally cries more than me, just so you know. All right, beautifuls, I'm off to show my beautiful couple that did not buy that home. I'm off to get in the car. So, I love you. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bro.
Thanks for being here. Glad you were here. So good to see you. Please come back. Who's in here this morning? Let's see who's here. Oh, I can't see. It looks like, oh, Sathya. What time is it? No, Sathya. I don't know who's on there. I can't see, but come back. Have a good day.